So this book I picked up after reading the Book of Life by Jiddu Krishnamurti. Um, I wasn't sure. I thought maybe it'll just be a repeat of some of the stuff, but then I needed to hear it anyway because many of his conversations, teachings, or whatever you want to call it, were pretty in depth and needed multiple reads for me personally. When I reviewed it, you can go see that in the other review I did of Book of Life. But this was mind blowing because this was something I truly understood, finally understood on what he was talking about love and loneliness. I mean, if we haven't, kind of gone in depth into spirituality, mind, psychology, and all that stuff, it might be a little bit, out there on what he's talking about because uh, Krishna. So one of the things he goes about is love is, how people speak is really about needs, what one needs. And here's the thing, right? Loneliness is also the same thing. When people say I'm low, there's a loneliness epidemic right now, right? That's kind of the thing that's going on. Conversation on people being lonely. Why is that? Same thing with love, right? People. I mean, there is a lot of conversation about hey, a lot of people are not dating, so on, so forth. People not having kids. All that is as a conversation that's more of a topic of hey, why are people not doing it? It's people are like trying to become lonely or something. Anyway, I'm kind of going off on a tangent there or kind of veering off. I was trying to get back into this topic. The biggest thing what I realized is okay, love in a traditional sense, mostly, between opposite sex or same sex, whatever. In that sense, right? Even family wise, loving the kids or mom and dad, he nails it down. It's all need based. What we need, right? Okay, you have a girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever, and then married. What is that about? It's a need. So it's an attachment, it's a need a person needs from the other person, whether it's emotional, physical, whatever that is, it's a need that's being fulfilled. So that's not what love is, right? Love is what he says, and what I agree is a state of being. It's love means everything, right? Loving everything. That doesn't mean a person because they're benefiting you or benefiting something, that's why you love the person. Because once the benefit is gone, you don't like the person. Why is the divorce? Why do people divorce? Because it no longer is benefiting them or a need is not being fulfilled. Loneliness. Alone and loneliness is different. That's what he defines, right? And I totally agree. I love being alone by myself many times, right? Uh, but loneliness is about feeling a need that's not being fulfilled because one of the things he goes into is you can be 100 in between 100 people talking in a party and still feel lonely, right? Or feel that loneliness. Why? Because something within you is not being fulfilled, or something within that person is not being fulfilled. There's that right conversation or right emotional, something not being met, so that person feels lonely. That's the loneliest epidemic. So it's all again about need, right? Something that's not being met. And that's what kind of made me realize here's what it is, right? Now, is it good, bad, whatever about needing a person, not needing a person. No. Here's what I realized, like, being single for a while now. What I realized is I need something from somebody. That's when I probably get into a relationship. And similarly, that person, whatever needs I'm meeting, will probably want to be the partner or whatever, right? So why resist that? Here's what I've realized over a few years now. What you resist, persist. Reality, accept the reality. Whether it's you, your own personal reality, or other people, meet it where it is. When you try to make it something else beyond what's there, that's when people suffer, or I suffer. That's what I've learned. I mean, I've thought about being kind of like a monk or a yogi, whatever, and I realized, like, nah, I still enjoy the company of the opposite sex, and I am attached to my family, right? My kids, my family, mom, dad, whatever. So yeah, I don't think yogi or monk is in my life, in this life. Just accept that. Maybe it'll happen. I don't know. Like someone I know was saying that, oh, I should be a monk. No, I know the reality. I'm too attached to things still, right? And I know that about myself. And I accept it. Do I resist it? Yeah. Many times I resist it. I have this feeling like Ram Dass. I was listening to Ram Dass and he was sharing it's Becoming Nobody. It's a lecture. Great listen, by the way. Listen to it. But that's a separate conversation. He said he was trying to be celibate, and all he ended up being is horny celibate. That cracked me up so much. I was laughing so hard when he shared that. He is freaking funny, hilarious. Because the irony, that's the funny part of life, right? When if you see many of these monk types and all, they're laughing and making jokes a lot. Why? Because life is funny. When we realize how much we're stuck in the seriousness of things that our own programming says, then we realize, then you don't realize because you're caught up in that. But once you start seeing it, the fallacy, the nonsense we get triggered by, and so on, then it's funny. But it's not funny when you're caught in it. Like I always say to people who talk to me, when I maybe give them some insights or whatever, I always try to tell them, like, everything I'm sharing, everything giving, might be giving advice. Many times I struggle. So don't look at me like I am something accomplished. No, heck no, right? Other than maybe, yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like anything is accomplished. Everything I'm always learning, getting better at. Even if I know some things and I know the pitfalls, it doesn't mean I won't fall in the pitfalls. I've also acknowledged and kind of seen that happen to me. Anyway, the bottom line is going back to love and loneliness, right? That's what I realized. Accept it. Accept the fact that in this lifetime, maybe, for me anyway, that I do, when I seek somebody as a relationship, that's what I'm seeking. I'm seeking to fulfill a need or whatever my programming says that need is, right? And part of a part of me or multiple parts of me will always be unhappy with that person because that doesn't fit the whole model, right? I built the images. Right? That's what we are attached to. That's what love is, right? Most people love is. I don't think they go where Jiddu Krishnamurti goes, right? I haven't seen any other person describe the way Jiddu Krishnamurti does. It's completely need based, even between family. It is, right? Like my kids, They're fulfilling something within me. Right? That's why I love them. Yeah, they obviously need me for emotional, financial, whatever that looks like. That's the reality. Does it make it wrong? No. That's reality. Why resist reality? It fulfills a need. As long as both people are fulfilling each other's need, then what's wrong? Why? What's there to be? Unless you're trying to be a monk, right? Like Jiddu Krishnamurti was. Again, he claims he's not, right? And that's what I like about Jiddu Krishnamurti. Is like he says he's no guru, he's no thing, follower. That's the other thing, right? Same thing with religion. It's all about need. Most people when they talk about God, it's all about need, right? Oh, if I believe in God, I'll get this, whatever that is, right? For each person, it's different. But that's what people go for. Like, hey, it's all about need. It's not about love. When they say love God is it's fulfilling a need. Yeah, you might say, yeah, he's talking nonsense. Sure, but just ask yourself the honest question, right? Anything, either if it's your significant other, or a kid, or a brother, or a sister, or mother, dad, God. When you say you love them, is it truly just love, like loving everything, being a state of being, or a need based? You only love someone because there is something that you're getting it from, right? What is there to that then? Accept it. That's what it is, right? You don't have to, for me, that's what I got. Like, yeah, what he says is true, but I'm not going to resist it. That's what I want. My love is need based, and that's what I don't have the loneliness, I guess, but I understand now, right? Loneliness is about that same thing. Need is not fulfilled. I guess I don't normally don't feel lonely, right? There occasionally maybe I do, and now looking back at it, it's only when I feel a need not being fulfilled. Oh, I don't have anybody to share this with. Is the sharing about that person or mine? It's mine. A need I need is not being fulfilled. That's what it is about. Anyway, it's not a long book. It's a short book, but man, it's mind blowing on how in depth it is. If you truly understand, if you truly get it, not try to then go into this monk mode or, oh, I'm enlightened mode, which is another story. I've had friends who make up, enlightened being, whatever that is. I, I mean, yeah, I had that notion too, like, oh, I'm enlightened. That's all a BS story that I learned about myself. I have no freaking enlightenment. Just like anybody else, I struggle with everything. So, anyway, on love and loneliness, amazing book. It's basically lectures compiled into a book. Jiddu Krishnamurti, I don't think ever wrote a book. It's all lectures and compilation from what I know so far. I would highly recommend reading this book. Since it's a small book, you can read it multiple times if you don't get it. Or if somewhere PDF is available, use 11 Labs and convert it into audiobook, which is something on my side project. I still haven't done it, but I'll be doing it. But I hope somebody got, a lot of useful information